and set to rock and roll. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Ready? 30 base.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown! Jackson Henry, 71 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Cooper will look to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Packers getting ready to go back at it offensively. We talked earlier about Aaron Rodgers and another sensational season for him. Look, what was weird the last 2 years was looking at the playoff picture without the Green Bay Packers. Well, they're going to be back playing meaningful football this January, double digits in wins again. And I think for Matt LaFleur, if there was a rookie coach of the year, he'd certainly be in line for that award.
And he should be in line for the award just to be coach of the year. Remember, his team didn't make the playoffs last year. So much discussion in the offseason. Would he mesh with his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? And how would a young coach like him take over a team and guide that locker room? Well, heading into the downstretch of the season, he had his team at 11-3. That's pretty phenomenal. Not only that, in the proud history of the Green Bay Packers, they've never had a rookie coach take his team to the playoffs in the first season, not even Vince Lombardi.
Wow, and he's going to do that. By the way, it's in the rearview mirror by a ways now, but have you thawed out from that Week 15 game?
No chance. Green Bay cold is just different.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He's not going to get me.
Here's Cooper. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Throwing is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited.
Touchdown, Packers! Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is caught for the 2 points. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
It's our time. It's our time. Check it back. Check it back.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those 2 teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as a team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack, Jackson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jackson Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
And we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. Now Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Now it's Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but it'll be second down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turned.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the defense has come up with it.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 11, a minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Jackson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case,
welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
Young will set to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Okoye, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
On second and a yard, Jackson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Packers. DK Metcalf. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. As the Ravens come back out here on offense, we talked about Lamar Jackson earlier, Charles, but these Ravens, they rolled through the middle part of the season. Couple losses in September, but undefeated in October, November, and rolled that into December. They've answered every big question thus far. The wins over Seattle, New England, Houston, the Rams, the Niners and Bills as well. Are they the favorites to hoist the Lombardi Trophy in Miami on February 2nd?
I believe they are because they are a complete team. As much as Lamar Jackson powers everything on offense, he has Marquise Hollywood Brown out wide he can throw the ball deep to. Dependable tight ends led by Mark Andrews. Really good offensive line. Mark Ingram can run it. The defense comes at you from every imaginable angle.
And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Take it at the 37. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dickerson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Shift.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers. Darren Waller, 53 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And, you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes them so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And the pressure gets to him again. Devin Bush able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out. It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now. They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Take it in at the 22. First half in the books. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it. And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what... Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now. Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Steve Young. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 2nd and 12, Young. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Go. Wide motion. Wahoo.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
We own them.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 10 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Young, and this is caught by Chris Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Young. Screenplay, Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Young on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on 2nd down. Young, and that'll be incomplete.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Hey, let's get this.
Ready?
The play fake. Now Young. Man open. It's Moss complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Come on, fellas.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to...
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Down. 30 base. Go.
One last shot for Young. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Let's go.
A big offensive experience.
The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
55 to Mike. Check back.
A first down throw for Young. That's complete into the hands of A.J. Derby. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Young. A screen to Bell. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
94.
Check, boy, green.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Bell. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Young. Montez Sweat leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Let's go. 15, run. 15. Get it.
3rd and long for Young. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 45-yard line.
And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Packers. Nicole Hardman, 50 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Throwing, Young, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st and 10, Young. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could.
Now Young loses the football. It's stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Big hit all day. Sack city. Sack. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Hey, you got 3 down.
At the 50-yard line.
On second down now, it's Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Young. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right. And we would like that, and I would like that too for most big topics. But in sports, it's actually kind of cool when these things happen. Remember, Seattle at 7-9 hosted the defending Super Bowl champs New Orleans and beat them. That big Marshawn Lynch run that we'll remember forever. Carolina 7-8-1, they actually lost at home in their playoff game. So you don't know how it's going to turn. I like division champs winning it and getting a home game, even when the records are kind of messed up.
I'm with you. You're making me smile.
How about that? You and I sitting at the home, two old dudes going, that's the way it ought to be.
On second down, Dickerson. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 56 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Oh, look at the juke. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's caught by Mike Evans. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Ready?
Young looks to throw on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He don't want it.
Here's Young. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Young on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
He's going to let this one go deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Steve Young in the offense. Down by 15. A minute 50 to play. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Key to tight end, key to tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
First down, Young. Bryant has it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. To throw again on second down. Young. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Steve Young. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Ryan Shazier got in that time. The first under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Throwing on third and long. Young. And this is caught by Evans. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down. Young will set to throw. He's got Evans. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 25 yards for the touchdown. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
On first down, Dickerson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Ready to break.
You got nothing there. You got nothing.
Snap.
Young now after the fumble recovery. Now a desperate. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Hey, it's the coach at our Tiburon Studios in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Madden Ultimate Team.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. It's complete, Stills. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And nothing doing. He's a neat... Immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. With a big-time sack on 3rd down, it's a loss of 7.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And an alley to run. The quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him. Up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 11.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. This quick pass complete to Sutton. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Fighting through it, he's got space. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey, 63 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the 1st quarter. But in the 2nd quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
50 to most, 50 to most. I'm coming for it.
On 1st down, Dickerson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the First half. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. That's caught out wide by Stills. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Kenny Stills in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This one taken from the 7.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So we've hit intermission. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is...
Jackson from the shotgun, being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm, really. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DK Metcalf, 26 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Bryant for the extra point.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
Travis Kelce. And touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Got his man, that's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. Steps away to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw from his end zone. Cunningham under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 5. 1:12 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here.